everybody, and welcome to Regah Bivrit. My name is Rabbi Shapira, and I'm excited you are here with me every week to learn just a little bit of the Torah, a little bit of Hebrew, and hopefully spark your interest to come to Yeshivat Shuvu and learn much more with me. In this Shabbat, Parashat Vayishlach, at the very end of the portion, we read in chapter 32 about the battle that Jacob takes with the angel, the malach. Now we learned in the past, the malach, messenger, can mean an angelic being, but it also can mean a human being, a man, a messenger. And here in the portion, I would like us to try to identify the true identity of the malach. We read in the text, chapter 32, verse 25. Vayivatar Yaakov levado, vayavek ish imo, Ad alot ashachar. I want you to pay attention to two things about the malach that are important. Very first thing, I want you to understand that the malach is called by the name as Ish. The name Ish, the word Ish, means a human being. He appears as a human being. The other thing, though, that we have to understand, because nothing is giving us by coincidence in the text, that is fighting him until what the text called the alot, from the word aliyah, ashachar. The word shachar comes from the Hebrew word shachor, or blackness, but the word shachar meaning in the text until the sunrise is coming up. The question that you must ask yourself in the text is, why is it that the text specifically telling us that he's battled with him until the sunrise? What is so significant about him fighting in darkness and not in daylight? This is very important, friends, so pay attention to this. And he says, ויראה כי לא יכל לו ויגע בכף ירכו ותקע כף ירך יעקב באבקו עמו. And he's seeing that the Malach could not overcome Jacob, and this is something we have to understand. Now, before cutting you the suspense here, I would like to tell you what Rashi says on this verse. Rashi said that the Malach that is fighting with Jacob is the guardian angel, listen carefully, of Satan himself. He is the one who is sent by Satan himself. Now, this is important because the very next two verses is important. He says to him, Vayomer, he spoke to him, Shalcheni ki ala ashachar, meaning aliyat ashachar, means the sun is just rising up. And he says, let me go. Vayomer lo ishlechecha ki im barkateni. You see, there was something that you have to understand. Satan or his army cannot operate in light. That's what he says, he's masquerading as an angel of light. When the sun is rising, this emissary, this messenger of Satan have to flee because the sun is coming. Who is the one who is called the sun? Son of righteousness, coming with healing in his wing. The sun is none other than Mashiach. So in one side you have the sun, Mashiach, the other side you have darkness. Now, when we think about Hasatan, we always think about this in a negative way, in a negative connotation. But if it's truly the messenger of Satan that is here working against Jacob, well, what was his purpose? His purpose was to prepare, because the very next thing in the Torah says that Jacob went and fought with Esau. It was the one that represents the spirit of Esau. In essence, he fought the spiritual battle before he fought the physical battle with Esau. You following what I'm telling you? Before he was able to overcome Esau in the physical, he had to overcome Esau in the spiritual. Every battle that you are fighting, remember what it says in the book of Ephesians, we are not wrestling against flesh and blood. every battle is first a spiritual battle, and only then it is a physical battle. This battle here against the angel of Satan, the angel of Esav, is significant, because he said, well, I'm not letting you go until you bless me. Now you think about it and say, well, why would he ask for the blessing of the one that represents Esav, or the one who represents Satan? Here is the answer, friends. Because ultimately the one who sent them is God himself. Ultimately the one that he sent them. Let me say it again. He's Hashem himself. Because here he asked him his question. Vayishlach Yaakov Hagida. Listen this. Vayishlach Yaakov Vayomer Hagida Nashimcha. Tell me, what is your name? Vayomer Lama Zeh Tish'al Lishmi. Why are you asking for my name? And he says to him, and I call this name, the name of the place, Pnei El, the face of God. Beloved, sometimes when we're looking at the battles that we are fighting, it's a feel like it is Satan, but it is really the face of God that is fighting them. That's why the rabbis of Israel said to us that the one who appeared as Satan to fight Jacob is none other than the Messiah, which is interesting. Sometimes we look at the way we are battling and we think, well, Satan is attacking us, but it's really God who is the one who is behind this, and we have to understand that. So sometimes we look at Yeshua and we say, well, Yeshua is the cause of the curse of all the Jewish people. In one essence, it is appeared to be true on the outside, but on the inside, even Christianity and the birth of Christianity, although it's brought a lot of calamity and suffering to the Jewish people, is the greatest blessing to our Jewish people. So today I want you to think about this. He says, and vetinatzel nafshi. He ended up with the word vetinatzel nafshi. Why did he say, and my soul will be saved? Because it's through this battle with Satan himself that he was ready to overcome Esav and ultimately find his own salvation and to be transformed from Jacob to Israel. As you're facing battles and challenges, especially during this time of Hanukkah, remember this, beloved. Sometime God sent a Satan, an adversary, so that you will rise up and you will change and you will be transformed. God bless you. This is the Regah Bivrit for this week. Shalom, everybody.